All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is Juef, and I'm happy to have my friends here, including CPRC on Coms, for this beautiful restream of yet another match of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing, Seposli?
Doing great as we have our Group 1 here, Edge, Sawneyrath11, Sandcraft, and Venny, ready to tackle the nastiness that can be either a jet seed or something where you're looking forward at to get you out of that level 1 prison.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of seas so far in this Winter League, ranging from short and jetty, from long and painfully beautiful, and hopefully it's going to be somewhere in between tonight, but chat can wish for whatever they prefer the best. I'd love to see a poll about that, actually. Anyway, so yeah, we have a bunch of flags for you tonight, including, but not limited to, shuffled chest being off, random chest locations being on, random weapon prices, random XP requirements, random monster abilities are off, but random monster stats and XP gold are on. Basically, enemies are gonna be a surprise box.
Yep, that is true. And since I've been watching most of the week and seeing jet seeds, I tried one myself and got the nasty one. It's that question is which one are these guys going to get, and more importantly, how are they going to handle it to get through, get their items, and get to that Dragon Lord? Remember, you will not have to do Sherlock as it is a short Sherlock. As soon as you get in, you'll be on the basement.
Yeah, and speaking of the Dragon Lord, that's probably the biggest surprise to come in this seed. It might be absolutely atrocious. It might be a puppy. Who knows? We'll see when we get there. We also have Summer Sale on, very fast XP, small map. So things will get started pretty quickly, most likely, but who knows until we actually see the first enemies out there. And now we are getting started.
And we will find out, and usually we get a bunch of gold and a torch here to start. And that's, of course, because we do have keys off in this opening round.
Yes, and that means also we can check the treasury right away. Some players might opt to step back inside the throne room to maybe make a chest glitch possible and get some torches or fey waters aplenty.
But we only have 2 in the treasury, so that's not going to be enough by itself to set that up. You're going to need to find another one elsewhere here in Tentagel.
Yes, and so far only a cursed belt and an herb. Of course, the cursed belt you can sell, and the herb you can use, but nothing really game-breaking so far. So we're gonna have to see if any other chest is here.
And there are no other chests, unless we have one underneath Tentagel, like if it's a connection to one of our lovely caves or the like. And the only spell our guys got to begin with is the sleep spell.
But that is one very good spell to start with. So many enemies.
And we do have a potential, as we have Mountain Cave.
That's a very nice cave to start with. Plenty of chests there. Also,
the first random location does not. Sorry about that, Wave. Does not have the chest. But we have a golem that's only hitting 4. And look at this, we have a town just 2 squares away from Tentagel.
And it's Garningham with a shop with over 1,000 gold. There's likely something we can buy here, like a chain.
I love that one. You can have the flame forward for 1,000, but if you want a bamboo pole, it's 3 grand.
Yeah, I think the flame sword will have to do.
So we have flame sword and chainmail for Edge. Everybody else went underneath. Treasure chest there is going to be a torch. By the way, ignore that. It's not a win, even though the crazy little pop-up came. Only 1 chest here behind Garningham, and that's a bunch of gold. We'll see. We have 1 more cave potential here in the back.
Yeah, with that chest, you could go outside of Garningham, come back and buy a large shield, but probably not a priority.
And it's the jerk.
We'll have to go back there eventually. But now, Edge probably looking for the Noodle, the famous enemy that is weak around the starting area and gives a decent-ish amount.
And it doesn't look to be that Rogue Scorpion, as the Rogue Scorpion has taken over 25. It's still alive, but only hitting for 1.
Yeah, probably gonna be able to defeat it, and hopefully it gives a bunch of experience.
And after about 60 points, takes it down, gets 29. We're going to get multiple levels more than likely here. boost of, and of course, there it goes, 24, 29 hit points, 22 magic, return and hurt more, and that takes you all the way to 7.
Yeah, and that was 45 strength as well, so things are gonna get going pretty quickly here.
And I see that I practiced on this afternoon, that wouldn't even got me to level 2.
Yet another level for Edge, getting him the spell of Repel, which is eventually going to be handy, most likely, especially in Charlock, in which you can repel a bunch of dangerous enemies, but that's a bit far away from now.
Also, the problem is he's going to start repelling the one that he's been attacking. That guy's going to start running away from him.
There's a bunch of selling and buying stuff around right now, which is, I mean, you have access to gear and herbs, and it's the start of the game, so of course you're gonna buy and sell some stuff. Noticeably, I'm seeing that 37 MP from Edge, which means there's a bunch of Hurtmores to be cast.
Yep, it does get the large shield as well, helping increasing those armor stats. Edge finally going to take a look underneath.
Demon Knight, I think, is new to me. Vennicus encountering one, but it ran away. Wizard having hurt more, of course, vulnerabilities. Was that a werewolf giving 86?
Werewolf gave 86 experience points there, wife.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And there is level 9 for Vinny.
Oh, Green Dragon hitting for 53. Not 76. Make that 76. And yeah, not able to run away. That's gonna be a nice enemy we might encounter again. Maybe on a Spiked Owl, who knows?
Yeah, it would. By the way, the last level was 3, 4, 16, 1. Vinny picks up 2 towns. One of them is Catlin.
Yeah, nothing worth his time or money in the first shot. Maybe checking the other ones after using the inn and or checking the...
We do have a few chest locations available here with the alternate. Picks up a dragon scale off of 1.
Which he donned right away, which is the right thing to do. When you get the dragon scale or buy the dragon scale, you use it.
Yep, and Swanee actually finds Breckenary that both Edge and Vinny didn't find because they stayed north, as Breckenary was hugging that south border.
Yeah, those shops, even the one in Breckenary, not being great in terms of armor right now. No better shield than a large, and no better armor than, I think, a chainmail, so, well...
Ooh, that green dragon for 76, taking Sandcraft back.
Oh, there was a half plate right there in coal for Vennicus, but now Vennicus getting... Oh, no, turning away, not getting the flute, which is probably the better idea for now.
Well, let's see what's in the old man room. It's a can of Red Bull, because it's got wings.
At least it was locked away, not to be taken by youngsters, and only kept for the old and energy lacking people from coal. You know what? I don't think we've seen a great enemy so far, giving a bunch of experience. We've seen some 80-something enemy. Oh, and Rimildar here, having a chest in the inn. Not the usual one, with a cursed belt. And Sandcraft...
There's the silver harp in the mountain cave.
Beautiful. So now we're missing the stones, the token which is on the coordinates, and of course Erdrick's gear.
And of course we already know where to turn in that silver harp.
Oh, Drake, he worth 316 experience points. That's beautiful, and it's in the...
How about that? A blue slime hitting 62.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. But I think the Drake is gonna be a
the
better
slime
player.
revenge day. But yeah, that Drakey's probably going to be your grind location here, especially with 300 plus experience.
Yeah, and in a desert zone, nonetheless, that's something you have to think about. Even if the spike tiles are juicy, the fact that you can get an easy enemy in the desert. Well, I think it was easy. I didn't see the fight actually. Is worth a lot. And 144 experience points for whatever edge just defeated. I did not see it. Heal and stop spell on level 10 for Vennicus and Sawney.
39 south, 75 west is going to be our coordinates.
Well, you know, Gwylin is worth saving more than usual with this flag set, and with cards like that, I'd probably say it's worth saving her, undoubtedly. You can get the coordinates much more faster, and of course, the experience required to the next levels, so... Warlock is worth 192, goes down to a single hurt more. Vennicus out about the... Oh, the Drakey was right there in the swamp near the start. And the 144 experience points enemy edge defeated was a Druid Lord, I believe. Now with that beautiful Drakey, or those two beautiful Drakeys, Vennicus managed to defeat. He's got the experience lead for now. Edge not too far behind at 800 something. At 700 something, forgive me. This point, level 10 is not too bad, getting decent stats, but still far away from being able to defeat the Dragon Lord. We need more everything. Green Dragon does not go down to a hurt more and attacks for 84, so yeah, that's a fun one. Looking forward to see it in Hawksness or in the Sharlock Spike Tile. Vennicus walking around in swamp and in the desert, really looking for more of those Drakeys, but so far just encountering Demon Knights, which are, well, weak, but not easily defeatable so far. 3-shot is not too bad, but 38 experience is not what you want to see. And Sandcraft finding out about the Drakey. Hurt mooring them for good measure. I don't think it was necessary, but you know, whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, that's true. As you're running, sometimes you don't have time to figure out what's necessary, just what you got to do right then and there.
Yeah, and you got a bunch of MP as well. Like right there, Vennicus got 11 hurt mores available to him, so he can defeat a bunch of stuff. Even if that's 11 Drakeys, that's like 3,500 experience points or something like that. Magic Drakey, I believe, is new. Goes down to 1 hurt more and is worth not much. So we're not gonna fight those again, I think. So, what's left in terms of checks? Of course, there's, well, the token, we know where it is. Hawksness, we don't know where it is, but we know what it has. We have the Grave left, the Tablet Cave, of course. The Stones of Sunlight Cave may have up to 3 chests. So it could have Erdrick's Sword, or, of course, the... What was it we're missing? The Stones of Sunlight?
Yeah, we'll start getting in the game as we eliminate chests to find out what's left and what might be stuck behind Sherlock.
Oh, Stone Sword and Mountain. All right. Thank you for the correction. So really, we're just missing. We're just missing the actual locations, like the grave Vennicus just went into. And no, he does not have Radiant. Would have been super fun with this. This flag set. It's much easier to check for the chests. There is one here on the left which has gold only. There might be a bunch of others in the top floor, so it's probably gonna try and do them all, I'm guessing.
Yep, and we're having to do a 5-hour radiant spell, which would make this alternate chest a lot easier.
Yeah, a bunch of flags in the Wonder League is gonna make Radiant worth having, worth using, like Stair Shuffle at some point, or not random, mirrored and rotated dungeons, but of course this one as well.
Yeah, you get the kitchen sink later when we basically rotate these 90 or even 180.
Ooh, Revenge of the Slime hitting for 66 after resisting Hurt More. That is fun to see. A lot of fun to watch. I don't think the runners enjoy it as much, but let's face it, this Winter League is for the viewers, not for the runners.
Yep. Sometimes it's fun to see the guy who goes down to only 2 HP attack say, "Oh, really? Hold on, hold my beer."
The spot where there's usually 3 chests in the top of the grave was empty, so that's a bit disappointing. Vennicus trying to run away from that slime saying no.
Slime sends him home.
And 9 experience away from the level as well. That's a bit sad, but he's gonna get it soon enough, I'm sure. Is everyone level 10 right now? That's amazing. Oh no, never mind. Sandcraft is level 12. I must have missed something.
Yeah, 12 on Sandcraft's side. He's up to 114 hit points now. I drew 99 magic. We're getting these stats quickly.
Yeah, agility is a bit lacking. And speaking of agility, I'm noticing everyone here tonight is on the strength HP build, which is usually the standard meta, but with the Winter League we might see some alternate stat builds. We have seen some in the previous races. It's hard to tell if they were worth it or not, but tonight we're not gonna have to ponder about that, because everyone has the same chances.
Yep, for those who don't know, basically Dragonware works on 4 stats. You basically get 2 to get boosted and 2 to get penalized, based on what name you use.
Yep, typical names include Z, capital Z, capital J, which I believe everyone is using capital Z tonight.
Yeah, I haven't seen a J or an H or anything like that. I think they just went with the old school Z.
Yeah, it's better like this. I think the Dragon Lord is used to that name already, so you don't want him to have to remember everyone's first name like that.
And also the other reason they do with just 1 letter is you do save about a couple seconds, because you don't have to have the full name spelled out every time in text.
Yes, indeed. When we will have fast text, the name length will have no impact whatsoever on the duration of the text boxes on the screen. So you might see some more creative names then, but until then, you're gonna find 1 letter is much more frequent than anything else.
So yeah, these guys got great weapons, but armor was lacking. We finally, for most of them, picked back up at least to magic armor.
Yeah.
Still haven't found a silver shield though anywhere.
Nope. Have we checked every shop?
Oh, I don't. Well, hold on. Pull counting up here.
Well, we certainly did see every town that has a shop, so I'm...
Yeah, I think we have. We might not have silver shields in this seed.
Well, that's good to know, because then you can buy... you can save for a large shield, because they were not entirely free, but everyone's got money for it now, so you should see a large shield for everyone on this seed.
Yeah, I think it was like 9 to 1400 for that large shield.
Yeah, nothing the couple chest grabs in Garenham can't get you, so I'm guessing eventually Vennicus will make that happen. Level 12 for
Swanny's playing Swamp North here.
Unfortunately, Gollum goes down in 1 hurt more and is worth 6 experience points, so we're not gonna see the flute being used much today. Drakima on the Spike Tile in Swamp is running away.
And is resistant to hurt more, and he was only hitting for 1 to 2 points.
And of course, with hurt, that does not consist of a very strong or scary enemy, so we're not going to see much of it. It's a bit of a pain to.
And Drakima seems to have a great agility as well.
Yeah, hard to run from. We're not. Oh no! Sawneyrath being killed by a green dragon right after that Drakima escape. So that's a bit sad. He's gonna have to go back home.
Yeah, that Spike Tile might not be your grind.
Has anyone checked the chest next to Gwaelin, or was Sawneyrath the first of our players to try and go there?
Well, I don't know if we actually. I don't seen with whether or not we actually have a chest there. It's one of the places where one is possible, but you have to actually get to Gwaelin first before you can see if there's a chest.
Oh, by the way, just seeing the green dragon has weak breath. Sawneyrath managed to defeat one, giving 7 squared experience points, but definitely not worth the time.
Yep, and a gross plus 10 on the gold, but no one really needs those.
Vennicus trying to fight the Drakima.
Well, Vennicus at least gets through. We'll see here. Or at least trying to get through. There is a chest in Gwaelin, and it has the fighter's rank for 2 points of attack.
Yeah, we'll take it. She's so happy.
Well, that's because if you tell her no, she goes, "Put down, must!"
Let's see how happy she is when she sees us dying repeatedly to the DL1 later on.
Yeah, too bad we didn't have Three's Company on this week.
Yep, indeed, that will have to wait for another week. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled on DW Randomizer for more crazy flags. But for now, these flags are crazy enough, I think, for our players' taste. Trying to run away from everything, trying to survive from everything is much of a struggle already.
Yep, everybody will get to play at least 5 flags. After that, our top 16 will go on for another few rounds where the things just get even crazier.
And Sandcraft fighting Hawk's Nest just next to Charlock. There's a chest in there, and it is
empty, so it's very likely going to be an herb.
Yep, with no keys, it's either it has to be an herb, otherwise it would have been some gold. And a green dragon on the Spike Tile, which we know we can defeat. We just need a little bit of help with that breeding. That helps a bunch.
Yep, just need a little Sherlock outside of Sherlock.
Yeah, that 59 was not safe, but of course the damage was already heavy in there, so...
There is Erdrick's armor.
That is a big help.
There's the jerk, unfortunately. Oh, no, that's not the jerk. Sorry, that's the trader.
Yeah, still happy to see that guy when you have the harp already. So, Staff of Rain for Sandcraft, just missing the stones and the token, and the rainbow drop, and the sword. So, still a bunch of stuff. We're not getting a sub 30 tonight, I think, but who knows?
Still most of the kitchen sink needed for the runners to complete here.
I have yet to notice the experience required for level 13, but Sandcraft is over 2,000 experience points away. Is over 2,000 experience points, and I'm not sure where the other runners are. 1,300 for Sawneyrath, about the same
for Vennicus,
and 1,600
for Edge. So experience isn't that far of a situation, at least for the moment. It's going to be more on traveling and knowledge of this map at this point.
Just Chris, I don't think we've seen the stones or tablet cave so far, so yeah, those are two spots. There could be something hidden there. Well, by something we mean the sword, because we're not going to find anything else of interest in a chest right now.
Well, we could still find the waste of a slot flute.
Nope, the flute is going to be in coal.
Oh yeah, it's in its generic location.
But indeed, the death necklace could be there in the chest, and it could be useful, just as it could be an entire waste of inventory space, depending on DL1 mostly. If DL1 has a huge attack, then you're probably going to want to keep your HP max in order to survive a hit or two.
Well, our freebie about tablet cave is a bust.
Vennicus checking his GPS for the cores, but is quite a far away. The token is not going to be in his hands anytime soon, so he's going to have to walk around and maybe find something in the process. Sometimes you do find that last location just by looking for the coordinates. There's a stones for Sawneyrath.
Are we guaranteed that the death necklace is the real one, or do we have a possibility of the 132?
I'm pretty sure the death necklace is in a chest somewhere and is gonna be usable as the randomizer does usually with standard flags. It's gonna come later where there's a possibility that it does not work and just curses you.
Yeah, I knew there was 1 week where it's possibility either nothing at all, the 132, or the real. That's what I was checking.
Over to 1,200 experience points away for the next level for Vennicus, so about 3,400 experience points for level 13. It's gonna be a while.
Yep. Grab your popcorn, grab your favorite soda, sit back. We're going to be looking at 12 for a while.
I'm surprised players did not grind more than this. I mean, we haven't seen someone spend more than like 2 or 3 minutes in his own grinding, especially given I believe every player has seen the Drakeys in the starting zone in the desert, and even more so for those with the armor. There were some Drakeys in the swamp as well. So given that we're not quite close to ghost stats right now, I think that would be a pretty nice play.
Actually, I would have to disagree, but I mean, I'm going to defer to you, because since we still have so much that's out of the deal, grinding while everyone else finds out that knowledge may end up hurting you in the end, because everybody else will be going to Sherlock while you're still trying to hunt down the final items.
It is possible indeed. The biggest decider in this decision will be whatever DL1 looks like.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of DL1 pushovers, but we could get an amped one, give them, say, high 250s for attack and agility, and just make it a real fun time for us, not for the folks running.
Vennicus is about to get his own armor, hoping that the sword is in the chest right there. That would be a nice Hawksness with both of Erdrick's gear, but that's not going to happen tonight, unfortunately.
think our first sighting of Metal Slime immediately runs away after it hit a 14. We have a second chance. 33, and the Metal Slime hasn't run yet. Goshi, Geku for 92, and our Metal Slime tonight gives you 54.
Just grit. Just noticing the green dragon is in the starting zone in the desert, so maybe that's why players did not stick around with the Drakeys.
Yeah, it might be a better grind, say 13, 14, once you might be able to get close enough to taking a shot or two of that green dragon and not seriously making it a bad hair day.
At some point, maybe some player might be tempted to go and try and kill the Drakima on the Swamp Spiked Owl. I don't think we've defeated one. They ran away from all the players who got Goylan, so maybe they're actually worth something and it would be the best grind for this seed, but we just don't know yet.
Meanwhile, Edge is in the grave, and it might be interesting to see if somebody decides to take your hot, kind words and start grinding, and just to see what the difference of the two strategies may end up pulling from here.
The wizard is not playing nice with Edge, so go back home, Edge. Or should I say Ninja King? Wizard is resistant to hurt more as well, so almost vanilla wizards. It's unsettling.
And it seems that Wizard's got a pretty high AGI as well.
Wraith Knight I don't remember seeing. It goes down in 1 hurt more, and never mind, it's not really useful. Oh, really, those 100 plus experience enemies are quite scarce tonight. $48 from the Scorpion, 86 from the Werewolf, Green Dragon was 49, so yeah, the Drakey is still the king. And there's the Stones Cave with 2 chests.
Yep, freebie gets a +1 with stones here. And both of them are gold.
Yeah, well... Oh, we do get some harp usage from Edge, which summons a Scorpion, which is, I mean, not the worst. But hopefully, if it does bring Drakey at some point, it would be probably the best.
And it may turn out to be great, because he's, I think, about the only one that hasn't turned it in yet.
Ghost for 11 is definitely not what you want to see. We saw a red dragon on Sawneyrath side, but oh,
there's a Drakey!
Wow, a Drakey in the... Oh, that's huge. I mean, it's a bit of a time waste. It's a bit of a time waste to use the harp and to wait for the right enemy, but for this enemy, it might just be worth it.
I think that's the play that this Ninja King's going to try.
Oh, red slime for over 120 experience points. That's not too bad at all. Sandcraft finding more Drakeys. I think that was the same desert as before.
Okay, it looks like he's going to give up on the harp strats, at least for now.
Wyvern, I don't remember seeing what they're worth, but Sandcraft is running away from them, so I'm guessing they're not terrible. Ghost we saw is worthless. Drakey for Vennicus. And it goes down in 1 hit as well, so definitely the enemy of the seed right now, but you just can't find him anywhere. It looks like it's a bit elusive.
Well, Ninja King, I think, has come up with a good way to handle those wizards we've been having trouble. Just sleep them and run.
And Edge, yeah, finding those Druid Lords worth 144 experience. And I think that is the only other enemy worth 100 plus we've seen so far. Drakima still undefeated. Dodging everything and running away at first try.
Drakima, the Mike Tyson of the 80s.
Level 13 for Vennicus, and wasn't that great. A bunch of agility, but definitely nothing worth writing home about.
Well, it's always to help when we basically say that it's only a number, but higher numbers are always better. I like that Edge tries to hurt more on our Drakima, still no good.
Chat asking if it's a confirmed Charlock sword. I think it is. I believe we have seen both Tablet and the Stones of Sunlight cave, and it was not there. We've seen every town, every chest location. The grave was fully dived, so unless we missed something somewhere, the sword is indeed in Charlock.
Yeah, because our other locations gotta have the token.
But thankfully, this kind of flag set makes it likely-ish that you can win with the flame sword. If you don't find the sword in the bottom floor of Charlock, which is the first floor you see because it's short Charlock, then it might not be worth going back up to search everywhere for the alternate chest locations to find it.
But the fact that we will have it there in Charlotte lets us play Elfgard's favorite game show, the 25,000 Gold Pyramid.
It might just not look like a pyramid tonight, however.
Hey, it's Elfgard. We don't have the technology to make it a real pyramid.
Just pick a number from 1 to whatever, and if someone picks the right number, well, you win a cookie and all the love of the Drakima. And as we've seen, the Drakima is not one to give his love away to anyone, so make sure you get those numbers in and ensure you are the only one that is loved by that beautiful enemy. With
Somebody trying to finally get his armor.
228 agility from the Drakima, but just 44 experience points. Oh well.
And 15 out of 16 hurt more resist.
We did not start with a gold grind, but with this flag set, enemies can give a bunch of experience. We have very fast XP on and random XP drops from the enemies, so things can go very fast with this flag set.
And we have a token find.
Beautiful. So Vennicus, with I believe everything, he might be ready to go inside Charlock and check for the sword somewhere.
Well, he's heading towards the jerk.
With 82 strength and the sword, that would give 122 strength, which hits DL2 for 5 to 11, which is not great. But if it's sleep heavy and heal heavy, it's possible it could roll on low HP as well.
Yep, the lowest it will roll will give us about a 13 round.
Well, looks like Vennicus might be going and see what it's about in just a moment, so we'll have to stop speculating and enjoy the beautiful show he's about to give us, because I'm sure it's gonna be very fun to look at.
It doesn't hurt to at least check to see where that sword is, see if it's in the 6 or if you gotta backtrack down toward the judge's table, whichever way. However, I don't think he's fully done the grave. He doesn't know that it's not there.
Oh, right. We have a full location of the chest, but not everyone does, so we're gonna have to wait and see whenever someone gets there. You said it can't hurt to check for Charlock for the sword. It might actually, because enemies in Charlock can be terribly bad. But hopefully you cast Repel and you repel a bunch of them and not fight them.
Meanwhile, Swanee picks up his armor, trades in the harp for the staff. The only one with still the harp is Edge.
defense power on everyone is not that great. Again, large shield is the best shield in this seed, which Sony still did not buy. We have low agility as well, so it's possible DL1 might hurt for a truck ton, if that's a thing.
Yeah, we're not going to be looking at defense breaking just about anybody tonight.
All these poor runners, I'm looking at every enemy they encounter and they're all not great. You know, and those encounters you look at and you say, oh, I don't want to fight you. Well, it's every enemy but the Drakey and the Druid Lord right now. And there's a Drakey. What cave is that? Is that the grave?
That's the Drakema that is, whatchamacallit, Waylands.
Oh, I was talking about Vennicus. Vennicus is in a cave and saw a Drakey right there. He's in the grave. Alright, so, yeah, there's Drakeys in the grave, but there's wizards as well who won't let you run away. Oh,
looks like the third level of the grave. It's where that was planted.
Skeleton 451 is not too bad, but you don't like it. You don't like it that much. I still think the starter area with the Drakey is the best place to grind, but these players, well, as you mentioned, they might not want to grind at the moment. They just, oh, Red Slime was not too bad. It was 100+.
By the way, we're looking at about 5450 for the next level.
The Golem, give him 6 experience. Definitely will not worth the time, unfortunately.
And Sandcraft's just about ready to hit that 14. And he just does. So level 14, 1 power, 2 speed, 18 hit points, 3 magic.
Well, you can never say no to more HP, but that's not exactly what we wanted to see. Oh, those wizards, they really want to hug you and keep you next to them forever.
There's your Drakey for 316.
Drakeys and red slimes in the same zone, I think I would stay right about there. But in a cave like that, the encounter rate isn't so great. So Vennicus going for the single chest in the stairs that are in the middle and the second floor. I think there was nothing there, of course, but I believe he will be done after that. So maybe we'll see some Sharlock soon.
Yeah, that would be the last alternate location in the grave possible, and it's not there.
If y'all are wondering where the chests can be, since we talked about chest locations and being random. Well, they're not exactly random. There's some places they can be, some places they can't. There is a link somewhere in the Discord, probably in the training room channel, that has a link to Chatbert's website, which hosts images made by some Canuck, which show you everywhere the chests can be. And there's a bunch of places in every town and cave pretty much, so you don't have to memorize them. You can use the maps when you run, when you play, and it's just you if you don't forget about them, it's not too bad. You just have to think that there can be a chest in the Breckenerian, for instance.
Yep, it's the same number of chests you would get in a vanilla game, just partially randomized based on our set of locations where they could potentially pop up. Hell, you can even have some pop up here in Sherlock.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a reason why you might just want to level up over going inside Sherlock, the upper levels, to check for the sword, because it's so long and painful to check around all these floors and places that You might just want to grind instead, depending on what your stats are like, of course, and what DL1 is like. I'd probably check what DL1 is like before trying to find the sword in the upper levels.
Yeah, that's because we do have those randomized. You can get a cream puff of a DL1, or you can get a Mac tank.
Vennicus finding a nice area with Drakeys, Mount Hill tiles, which are one of the highest encounter tiles you can get, and gets his own level 14. Oh, never mind, that was level 16. 16 is just above, never mind, 15. 15 is just above level 14, because Sandcraft has not got it yet.
Yeah, it looks like it was less than 400 points. Well, less than 100, actually.
Oh, I just missed the amount of experience required for the next level. Vennicus just checked it with the Gwaelin.
Hopefully we got somebody in our chat that caught it.
Looks like he still haven't cleared everything.
Sandcraft finding out the news, he's 1 experience point away from that 15.
That is impressive. Just Chris in chat saying about 1200 experience until the next level. That's 4 Drakeys.
That'll get us to 6700 for level 16.
At this point, though, when you got everything, I think you do what Vennicus does and you go and check. He's using his Rainbow Drop. Edge just got his Rainbow Drop. Sawneyrath got his own as well. So things are getting a bit closer here. Everyone.
Unfortunately, we only have half our pyramid.
Yes.
So let's see what's here in the 3. We start with an herb, followed by a box of gold and the death necklace.
Okay, so really the sword is the only thing we're missing. There's at least 2 more chests here on this floor. Oh, red slime here, not too bad.
Yeah, we can see 2 there. There's also a possibility of 1 to 2 at the very top, and there is also 1 next to where the spike tile is possible.
Yeah, the famous beach chest. Oh, I'm surprised Vennicus isn't hitting those red slimes. They're worth over 120 experience. But maybe he thinks they're harder than they really are.
I think right now he's trying to conserve HP and afraid of what he might run into if he tries to go for the fight.
Yeah, and the Drakey doesn't want to let anyone run away, which is expected, but it's not too bad. He doesn't.
And 2 swings and misses there with just nothing but gold.
Yeah, we don't care about gold at this point. You can buy it.
Now, what could get really nasty is if we find that we exhaust everything here and you've got to reverse dive Sherlock to find a chest.
Yeah, you don't like to do that. Nobody likes to do that. Except, of course, we the viewers, we like when players have to do that.
By the way, Edge has just dropped his Rainbow Drop.
Yep, and Sandcraft pretty much done with his homework.
About to find the bad news about the chests that are visible. Both are trying, however, Drakima, however, Vennicus gives up.
I don't think we've seen a single throw of fairy water or since the start of the seed. Maybe
I don't think anybody stopped and bought fairy water.
Yeah, and we did not. Did we even find some in chests? I don't think we did. So maybe that Rikima could go down to 1. Oh no, never mind. We saw it. It had some decent-ish HP, if I can remember.
Yeah, you'd probably have to throw 2 to 3 fairy waters. There is not a chest on the beach, and we have a magician on the spike.
Ziggy's saying there are not in chests. Okay, my bad. I thought fairy waters could be in chests. But yeah, looks like Vennicus fighting the magician is going to be successful, and he's going to try and take a look at the first form Dragon Lord.
Yep, so you are going to have to redive unless you want to play it on the flame sword.
Oh, you thinking about the death necklace, opting not to? I think that's the right decision for now.
I agree with you there. You don't know what you're going to into, and you don't want to give up those points if you find out you get a Mac tank.
If you see Dragon Lord 1 is easy though, you might... Oh, well, too bad.
Uh-oh, this could get dangerous.
Okay, it's not too bad. It's manageable. Maybe it has sleep, maybe it has heal more.
Well, the question is, it might have a high HP and kind of like a sponge, too.
Yeah, and you might want to throw a stop spell there, although it does not look like he's using spells at all so far.
Well, we're already at about 60 and he's still there.
Oop, there goes a DL2 breath, but it's probably 25%.
Oh, we're now over 100 HP of DL1.
Meanwhile, Edged...
there it is, 110.
Oh, already done. Well done.
Alright, let's see what DL2 is going to give us.
Well, back attack is never good. That was a back attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a back attack, and we have 9 heal mores minus whatever you waste on a stop spell. So we're going to end up with 9 heal mores. One's already burned. We're down to 8.
First try stop spell, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but watch it be the one time where we didn't need a stop spell that his deals were fight.
Now, if DL2 rolls average or above average or even average HP, I don't think that is gonna cut it. You probably need more strength, probably need the sword or a couple more levels, but who knows?
At 11, he's gonna have to pray for the low end of the roll. And that can be anywhere from 1 to 230.
That is a lot of HP, and unlike every other creature on this planet in Alefgard, Dragon Lord 2 rolls the same HP every time you fight him. It does not go from 75% of his HP to 100%, so there's no range. It's always the same to be a little bit more fair. Are we going to see YOLO more?
Last chance.
Alright, everyone...
Last swing.
Oh, maybe not?
And that is it. Did not manage it. Everybody, though, was in Sherlock at that moment. And he's forced to be kicked out due to the fact that he's wearing that death necklace.
Yep, thankfully there's a town nearby you can just use the inn and restore your HP and MP, but it's a setback. Now you have to wonder what you're gonna do. Of course, you have two options. You grind or you look for the sword. You could, of course, try again, but I don't think it's...
Edge is going to reverse dive, but Edge is only at level 12.
Yes, and still quite a while away from level 15. About 3,000 experience, so it's not gonna be right now that he's gonna try and fight the Dragon Lord, I think. Earlier, I saw Edge sleep locking a Drakima during Vennicus's DL fight, but I don't think I saw him end the fight. It probably ran away, as it did every time we encountered it before.
And Vennicus does set up the grind.
Yep, back to his Drakima zone. So, not Drakima, Draki zone. But there are wizards there, and they waste a bunch of your time.
Now, are these mountain tiles the best to do with, or would you want to find something with a forest, or...
Oh, this is a tough one. You know, some seeds are difficult because every enemy gives little XP or are super strong, but this seed, it feels like it's a mix of both. Like, aside from a couple of enemies, they're all pretty terrible. Sandcraft trying his hand at the Dragon Lord. Ooh, critting the Magician. That's nice. He's got like 12 heal mores right now. Probably less than that, given he's probably gonna use a stop spell or two. Now he doesn't know it, but Edge is fighting the spike tile right now. Doesn't seem to have a big problem with it. It doesn't hurt that bad. It has hurt. Oh, that Edge did see the spike. Alright, thank you, RG. Can we remind everyone that we have some lovely people helping with this restream right now? We have Improbable Sport on the restream. We have Omega Beta Kappa Strep. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. And RG365 on the tracking. So thank you so much. And as well, of course, as C Parsley. Thank you for being here with me tonight.
No problem. Thank you for joining us, Waif, as well. Make sure you do give all of our guys behind the stream, as well as our forerunners tonight, a follow. Let's help build this community up.
And yes, Sandcraft getting back attacked as well, making sure everything is fair with Vennicus. I think he might have had a little bit more MP going into the fight, but unless DL2 rolled no, it's not gonna matter really.
Did he get the stop spell off or not?
I missed that, but I'm guessing he did. Oh,
Because we haven't got close enough to see, like, if there is a heal in his repertoire for it to fire off at that final 25% yet.
our tracker Beta noticing he did not cast stop spell, so far it doesn't look like it has sleep, but it might have heal.
Yeah, playing to roll the dice, hoping that heal does not be in the repertoire tonight. 2 heal mores for Sandcraft remaining.
Oh, and we can see the effect of our low agility here, getting hit for 50 by the Dragon Lord.
That's one of the few turns you go, please just breathe on me.
Oh, and the yellow sleep did not work out. Armor Knight for 1 experience point, by the way, on Vennicus' side, so it looks like Sandcraft is probably gonna opt for either grinding or looking for the sword, like the others. I have not counted the hits on DL2, but it must not be 100 like Beta says. The rolls have not been that great because of our strength, and there was no sleep or heal to be stop spelled. So yeah.
Vennicus is only 81 experience points away from 16.
That's good, and Sandcraft fighting Drakimas should not be too far behind. I said Drakimas again, I meant Drakis. Look at that. 316 experience points right there.
So we're looking at about 7250, somewhere in that point for the next level. So he's only about 3 Drakies away, Sandcraft. 1 if he can find Vennicus. Meanwhile, Swaney's going to try a second run in Charlock, but only at 13.
And the next level gives us 5 to 16, 6. Well, that...
Just what we need, a little more health.
Yeah, that 5 strength might also make a big difference.
And that gives you a 7 to 15 per strike.
I think it might be worth trying the fight again, but it might just not work as well. So maybe consider buying a bunch of herbs, of course. Fairy waters.
I'd see some fairy waters too. Would be a nice little play.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his strength is right now, but given he's used the death necklace already, I'm not sure it's worth the time for Vennicus.
Yeah, he has the death necklace on, and everything that he's got in there is going to give him a 7 to 15 per attack on DL2.
Beta has a good point. If did we check how far is the next level? Because if next level is in 10,000 experience, of course you try again. But if it's
I don't think he's called up Waylon yet.
Sawneyrath on DL1. So far, so good, but of course, we know it's probably not gonna end in a win given that he's 2 levels below Sandcraft and Vennicus, who tried it before.
Looks like Vennicus is going to hope that those numbers are enough. He's heading back to Sherlock.
Sawney in Dragon Lord 2 fight, having a bunch of Frey Waters, which is helpful, but again, I'd be very surprised if it turned out to be enough. The joy of Short Sherlock is that you can go and try as many times as you want to fight the Dragon Lord, but that's also the bad thing about Short Sherlock, because if you just bang your head against a wall for half an hour, well, it's more opportunities for your opponents to catch up. Edge on the very top floor of Sherlock, still looking for that sword. And he's got 0 MP left. Oh, he does find the chest. And it has Urdrick's sword. Alright, so he's... it's a good thing that he found it. I wouldn't say he's in a better position than Sandcraft or Vennicus because of their sheer experience advantage, but it's good. It's definitely good for him. Sawneyrath about to have a decision to make here. Do you keep swinging and not deal 100 hit points of damage, or do you try and YOLO something? You can cast Hurt.
At this point, that's the only shot you've got for him, though. He's just going to go down fighting and then take the information.
Yep, it's over. You gotta try again.
With a max point attack on the final turn of 6.
Now Vennicus about to try again. He's all healed up for the Magician's Spike Towel, which is not that bad of an enemy. He's probably gonna get to deal one with most of his...
Wait a minute, how did Edge get in the back way of...
The stairs do not lead to the same place they usually do when you have Short Sherlock.
Well, normally with a quick Sherlock, you never see the opening screen of Sherlock.
That is correct. You very rarely see that, but he did, and he's glad he did, because now he's got what is it? 80. Never mind.
Which chest, by the way, was it underneath that had the Urdricks?
So yeah, he's got something that no one else in our other runners have. It helps, but nope, he needs more. He's about 2,000 experience points away from level 15, which is where our Sandcraft and Vennicus were when they first tried fighting the Dragon Lord. Vennicus landing a stop spell on Dragon Lord 2 as before. Now I think I missed the first swing, or maybe that was heal more. That would be 8.
Yeah, we'll count in both 8s, make it 16. So that's going to be 27. $39.
Decent chance of... There's a double right there.
53. $66.
So far so good. Looks like it's gonna maybe reach over 150 with that.
74. 83. 91 starting getting minimums here.
Yeah, those rolls are terrible.
$105.
Yeah, that 14 helps a lot. Now he's got 3 heal mores left. Maybe more swings than that, though.
Yeah, 116 we're looking at. 2 heal mores left. 126.
At this point, I think it's worth fighting, not trying to YOLO anything.
136. Gets a rare double, 146. Gonna have about 2 swings here. 156, 160.
Oh, and it's enough. Well done, Vennicus. Get your GGs in chat for our first place finisher tonight in just over 1 hour and 4 minutes. Official time coming in right up.
Vennicus will pick up those lovely yet very valuable 5 points.
And
The race timed GG of it here in just 1 quick second. But now also it lets everybody else know we have a finisher, so I expect Sandcraft to push here quickly.
And Vennicus's official racetime.gg time is 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 24 seconds.
As the trumpets play in Lord Lorik's Tendangel Castle, and here comes the credits. Developed by Mugru and currently maintained by our lovely Juwaif himself.
Well, I technically do not maintain that version, but thank you.
At least working on that beautiful randomized, that beta that I've loved playing with so much, especially take 20 points per bonk.
Oh, thank you. It's in seeds like this that you'd like to be able to crit the Dragon Lord.
One I'd really love to see out of your beta we could put into the main is let Dragon Lord out of Sherlock and you have to find him as an NPC.
Well, I was told, I was not there when it happened, that in earlier versions of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer, Magru's official version, the Dragon Lord could be encountered as a regular enemy on the overworld, so that would have been something to see.
Wait a minute, a regular Overlord enemy? Oh, that could be nasty.
And we are having the chance of having our finisher tonight join us here in the booth. Welcome, Vennicus and GG's. I believe you have to push a button to talk.
Yep, everything in here is a push to talk button. If you haven't, just go into your settings on Discord, set it real quick, and then it'll let you talk.
Yeah, Discord removed my key binding for some reason. Had to refix that. Hi, everybody. That was interesting.
Oh, it definitely was. Well done. I think you played that one very well, and there's some interesting decisions you must have had to make there. How did you like this seed?
There was literally no good zone. Every good enemy had a bad enemy in that pack of 5, and it was very tough to decide where to go to actually get any levels at any time.
Yeah, except for those Drakeys, there wasn't much. There was just a few enemies giving over 100 experience points. There were the red slimes, the druid lords, and I think we saw lately the red dragons. But other than that, really not worth. No enemy was really worth your time. Those wizards were terrible. Drakemas, I don't think we've seen one defeated on the restream at all. So yeah, that was tough. Did that make you think about getting the sword instead of grinding for another level?
I honestly was just hoping that this last little bit that I had was going to be the thing that pushed me over the edge, because I didn't want to hunt for the sword, and any Drakey zone had a wizard in it, and I really didn't want to do it. So I was just praying to everything that this would end it, and I could end my suffering.
Well, it did, and in every of our players here, Edge is the only one who tried finding the sword, and he did find it in the very, in the left place thing behind the damaged tiles on the top floor of Sherlock, so it was a long walk away.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I wasn't gonna go that far.
Were you disappointed by the lack of magic armor or silver shield in the shops?
I was confused for a little bit.
Didn't have the shield.
Because it looked like every single shop had the same items, and I thought I was going crazy. Because everything had a club, everything had a large shield, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's not February 2nd, but it's Groundhog Day tonight. But other than that, the spike tiles weren't all that bad. I mean, the magician in Sharlock, the Drakima that just ran away in the swamp cave. So, did you feel threatened or really behind at any point?
I thought when I couldn't find the Stones Cave, because the Stones Cave was the last thing I was looking for hoping that the sword was there. I'm like, watch the sword be right there, and that's it, everyone's already way ahead. But, no, because, like, everything was almost leading to one another. Grave was kind of a little bit of a downturn for me, but at least there was Drakkies in the grave, deep down, so I got some XP out of it. But it just... After seeing the other races in this being like super quick leveling and stuff like that, I was kind of disappointed, but I knew that we were going to go in for a rough one because a lot of people had it pretty quick.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering when you were in the grave and you saw those Drakies if you were gonna stay around, but then we saw some wizards, as you mentioned. It looks like they and the Drakies were quite a team tonight, so yeah.
So just a question, where did everyone else wind up at? Because like I didn't think I was gonna be this far ahead of people, unless the just overworld was just that brutal.
It's hard to tell. I think you and Sandcraft were pretty much the only ones who tried and grind something. Everyone seen the Drakies, but most of the players fought them just a bunch of times. Hey, and Sandcraft just managed to defeat the Dragon Lord. Get your GGs in chat for Sandcraft. Gonna finish.
Oh, nice, GG.
Yeah, he's going to finish second, pick up 3 points to Vennicus's 5.
He did save the princess, as everyone did, so we will have to wait a little bit for the official time. And the official racetime.gg time is 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 40 seconds for Sandcraft. Well done. Edge just getting his level 15. With the sword is pondering if it's worth trying to dive, and I think it might be. Both you and Sandcraft tried fighting the Dragon Lord on level 15 first. Sawneyrath tried on level 13, it did not go so well. But Edge has the sword, of course, so it might be enough. You only got 5 strength from that level, that last level you got, so it might. Despite the lack of HP and MP you got on that last level, it might be enough for him to defeat the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, I flubbed my count near the end, but it looked like around 140, 150 HP. So middle of the road, so it should be doable with any modicum of strength as long as you get through that first DL1 with that DL2 breath.
Did you, after getting level 16, consider maybe going to level 17, or you thought that might be enough, I'm gonna try?
I thought I was so far behind that I needed to go then or I wasn't making it, so it was a do or die decision in my mind.
Well, it was a die decision, alright, but die for the Dragon Lord. And we are joined here in the booth by Sandcraft. GG Sandcraft on your 2nd place and 3 points. How are you doing? You might have to configure your Discord for push to talk. And it looks like we're gonna have a simultaneous DL fight. Maybe not the same phase of the Dragon Lord, but Edge is about to finish the Spike Tile, and Sawneyrath about to finish the first phase of Dragon Lord. Can't wait to hear what you have to say to us, Sandcraft. Unfortunately, we still can't hear you, so we're gonna have to look at Sawney until then. Maybe attempt defeating the Dragon Lord. He's got Fairy Water, which is good because most of our players did not have those the first time they faced the second form of the Dragon Lord. But yeah, I fear it might not be enough. He does not have the Death Necklace, and well, he could land Sleep or Hurt more. But that would require some incredible luck. There we go. That did not work. At least he ended the fight early, and now he has a better idea of what he's facing. Edge gonna try, and again at level 15, but he's got the sword. He did use the Death Necklace, so he's got 10 to 20 hit range with his swings. So that was well, that's interesting. I think it might be. I think it's looking not too bad if he gets decent rolls, that is. Sawneyrath refilling on Fairy Waters, but I'm guessing he's not gonna just attempt again because, well, it did not go so well the first time. In the meantime, maybe let us try and summon the spirit of Sandcraft again. Sandcraft, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh, you're there. Awesome. Well done. GG's on your second place and 3 points. How are you feeling?
Thank you. Feeling pretty good. Got a little rusty on the end of the seed there, though.
Well, the end of the seed was probably the most challenging, not only because of the Dragon Lord both phases, but also because of the questionable grinding options.
Yeah, I don't know if there was anything better to grind, and I didn't find the sword. I'm assuming it was in stones.
Nope, the sword was in very far away in Sharlock. Like you had to go back to the top floor and then go left in the damaged tiles space with the stairs. Only Edge got the sword out of all of you.
Okay, yeah, I usually don't do that. It takes a little too much time.
Yeah, it was very time-consuming indeed, and now Edge was a couple thousand experience points behind everyone pretty much, but he's got now 10 more attack power, so I'm not sure how it looks like he might have finished fighting the Dragon Lord. His screen is freezing, but yeah, looking at the racetime.gg time, he's done with a time of 1:16 and 30. So get your GGs in chat for Edge, the Ninja King, for his third place and 2 points. So Vennicus mentioned before you that he did not want to go and check for the sword either. So did you consider going to level 17, or did you think I have to try 16? It's the stats might be there.
Yeah, I had to try it. I mean, why not? But didn't work out.
Yeah, 15 was maybe a bit close. I mean, imagine having full Fairy Waters and getting great rolls on the DL2. It might have been possible, but it was probably not meant to be.
Yeah, when I see in DL1 had the breath, it was like, oh, we made a mistake. But I don't know, it was nice to know what the Dragon Lord had for options too.
Yeah, seeing that neither Dragon Lord form needed a stop spell was something also, because I believe Vennicus managed to stop spell it every time he tried fighting it. And we are joined here in the booth by Edge, our third place finisher. Congrats on your 2 points. GG's. How are you doing?
Let me tell you, that has got to be one of the wildest seeds with the wildest combination of the wildest craziness I've seen in a hot minute.
Well, that's some Winter League for you. Welcome to week 1.
The fact that and the fact that there was only one thing that was really worth the grind.
I assume you are talking about the Drakey.
That would be him, and it was one of those things. He was stuck in a zone where it was really like, okay, but you still got the ghost that's still hitting pretty hard, and the green dragon who is smacking you pretty hard too.
There were some other zones. Vennicus earlier was talking about them, but there were wizards in there as well, and the wizards just never wanted to let you run away.
Yeah, no, the wizards were pretty gross too. It could have been a whole lot worse, I suppose. I mean, it was, the green dragons and wizard combination right there outside the castle was not fun. But the real big thing was just those green dragons showing up in Mountain Cave on the first floor was real rough too.
Yeah, it was. I gotta say, Edge, out of our runners on stream, you were the only one that that had the courage of climbing back up the Sherlock stairs and finding the sword. So, did you ponder whether you should or not, or was it a given for you that you had to find the sword?
Given that that level after 12 was almost 2,000 points, I was like, well, the sword can't hurt. It wasn't enough though, so I knew I was going to have to grind at least one more level. But even still, I don't think that the sword might have been enough, or the flame sword might have been enough with the death necklace, but I just didn't want to run that risk.
And unfortunately, Sawneyrath attempting the Dragon Lord again with level 15 and Fairy Waters, it did not work out. So we are seeing a forfeit here, which we can't blame him for. Everyone's finished and he's attempted a bunch. Get your GGs in chat for Sawneyrath still. He played pretty well.
Can we get the DL2 stats up now? I'm really curious to see what he was sitting at. Oh, thank you. So yeah, no back end at all. Interesting.
Yep, just almost a standard Dragon Lord 2 if it wasn't that he's one hit point short of what he could be in the standard flags.
I got a great question. Was the Drakima, was that thing worth anything? I mean, I tried several times. I was just curious whether or not it was going to be worth it.
I don't think we've seen a player manage to defeat one. Whenever someone had the stats or the courage to fight one, they would just run away.
There you go. 44 XP.
So completely not worth the time or effort.
Yeah, Ed, I think you're the one who tried the most. When you were in Sherlock, you put one to sleep and sleep locked him for a couple of turns, but with just dealing a single-digit damages, it was not happening.
No, not at 80 HP. That just wasn't going to happen. I was hoping for a crit, but it just never came through.
I had better luck fighting them and letting them run away than I did running away from them myself.
Well, with that, looks like your part of week 1 is over. Are you all looking for anything forward to let me rephrase that. Are you all looking forward to anything in particular from week 2?
Big Swamp, let's go.
Big Swamp's always fun.
Yep. Again, for our viewers, next week's themes is Big Swamp, no hurt more, no problem. So you are not gonna have hurt more, and the swamp is gonna make up for the for most of the overworld tiles, workable tiles. So you're gonna hope for that early armor. Otherwise, you're gonna see a bunch of red flashes and -2 on your hit points. So plenty of fun to be had. I'm hoping every one of you has a great week 2 coming up. Any special thoughts about this seed or the tournament or anything before we start thinking about raiding someone?
I mean, as always, everybody here in the background, thank you guys for putting this on for us. Again, this seed was a very special amalgamation of things that were just rough, man. But, we all punched through it as best we could. So, GG's, guys.
Yeah, GG's. Best I can say is I tried, so yeah, nothing worse than that.
Yeah, thanks for everyone putting this on and for the little bit of a late night slog, and we will see you guys next week for No Hurt, No Problem.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, and that is week's 2 seed of the No Hurt, No Problem. For this, we actually have 2 races coming up for you tomorrow here on our DW Randomizer channel. Make sure you're here for both of those. One actually includes me as the racer.
Yep, definitely something you want to check out. Those races, be short, be long, they're going to be super fun, especially as a viewer. Maybe less so as about your problem right now. Well, it is yours, Sipashi.
Yep, I have to go and enjoy the lovely Find Noodle myself tomorrow night.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for being in chat. Please give our owners of run Sawneyrath11, Sandcraft05, and Vennicus. They are all worth your time, I assure you. And again, on comment, my co-editor, see so much for me, work and Beta Kappa, Omega Strap, and R36. Your love and work is so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, it looks like we're going to fire on off to Apex COVID, who's currently running a race here for